Hi, beautiful people. Happy Monday. It's still Sunday here, but it's about to be Monday. I'm not going to hold y'all at all. I just wanted to do a quick check in because my week is about to start. So I had a good day, just been hanging out, doing my thing. This is my last week of classes before I start my other sets. Um, so it's going to be a stressful week, so I'm not going to hold y'all at all. I'm doing all right. Um, I'm doing all right, but I have to do things a little differently. Hey, Chakra King Black, what's good? I'm just checking in with y'all real quick. Can you hear me? I have to talk low so I don't wake up my son. Hang on, let me turn this off. I have to talk low, but anyway. 504 girl, are we good? I can't remember if we cool, if we worked out our differences. How you doing, 504? She had me mad, y'all. Anyway, I'm not gonna be with you guys long. I'm not gonna hold you. You can hear me? All right, I gotta talk like this. Let me tell y'all something. Some of you, we're good, 504 girl? Okay, we're good then. Some of you try way too hard to have a dialogue with misunderstood or get under my skin. Okay, let me tell you something. If I have a person blocked, they're not allowing my chat, keeping my moderators. No, I'm not trying to have a dialogue with them. If I have somebody blocked, if they've doxed my family or try to get too involved, misunderstood life is up and it's stuck. Like I don't care how many platforms they jump on, how many times they run behind me to give some commentary. I won't have a conversation with them. I'm not rekindling relationships. I'm not rekindling by relationships, I'm talking about friendships. Not rekindling friendships. No. Because some people get too involved with MU, and some of you, y'all know who y'all are, try to listen for something wrong about live stream to act like it applies to you. No. Unlike other people, when I walk away from somebody, I don't mention them. I have nothing to do with them because I'm going to live my life. Let me tell you something. Some people, let me shut my phone off. Some people want me to feel. I think that it's sad how often people try to put another person down so they can feel better about themselves. You can't make me feel bad about anything that I've done in my past. Let me tell you something. Not everybody can say, hey, you know what? This is what I did in my past, and here I am today. A lot of the people that's talking about me today are not living as well as I am, okay? And they started off great. At least I can say at the opposite. I had a rough life, I was blessed, but I went through some things and now I'm on this side of it. That's my message to you guys. That's it. That's why I come out here and log on. I know that probably makes some people upset, but when a person is trying so hard to make you feel bad about yourself, it's because they don't feel good about themselves and they're projecting. I can't help that. I am so excited that I'm about to finish these classes, y'all. And then I take my state exam. I feel good about that. And then I start my psychology degree. Everything that I said I was going to do, I'm doing it. I have to dive more into my word this week. What's good, Kendra? I'm just checking in with you guys. If y'all have questions, just throw it at me. Just throw it at me. What's good, King? I have to dive more into my word and get grounded, because what I'm learning is that ever since I've said that I was going to, preach and stuff like that, there's been some things in my way. And I had a scripture for y'all. We're going to wait though. Where is it? Hold on. Okay, no, we're going to wait. I'm not going to preach tonight. Ever since I said that, you know what? This is another part of my journey. I'm going to dive into the word of God so I can preach the gospel. My testimony, with some scriptures mixed in. And I found myself distracted with conversations that I didn't need to have, people that I don't need to be around just because I'm in certain spaces. Again, if you have ever tried to harm my family or myself, we don't have a lot of you I go back and forth with because I don't have no issues with you. If I'm arguing with you or talking to you, I'm actually trying to resolve something, I consider it healthy. If you go beyond a conversation with me, they used to call me a track star in the Black sector. Listen, I will leave a panel. You won't get a moment with me because we have nothing to talk about, nothing to rekindle. I don't have any emotions by it, but I found myself distracted. I found myself thinking about things that I don't need to think about. And then I found myself cursing people out. That's not becoming of the life that I'm trying to live. So why am I so close? That's not becoming of the life that I'm trying to live. So I apologize, but I do know that when you put something positive out there, why, Shanice? When you put something positive out there, let me pin a link for y'all. Then there's gonna be devils that stand in your way, and you better really stand on your beliefs. For me, my sword is the word of God, the Bible. I stand by that. I stand by all the promises in the word of God, meaning I shall be the head and not the tail, that I am a new creation, that there's more. Y'all know the scriptures, darn it. What, Shanice? Are you drunk? Oh, that was rude. I'm a work in progress. I watched the live where you talked about preaching. I think some things were taken out of context. Lucky girl, which part? Because so I'm using the word preacher. But what I'm saying is that because I've been through stuff and have overcome it, I've been through things that is kind of hard to talk about sometimes. I'm on this side, but I do believe that you can see the work of God in me and the changes. I know that people try to mock it. Don't listen to them. You can see the change. I want to share that part of my life and say, you know what, God see me through. That's what I'm trying to share. Maybe preacher is the wrong word. I think it's the right word, because preaching, let's look up the definition of preaching. Let me see. Preacher. What is the definition of preaching? Okay. A noun, the delivery of a sermon or religious address to an assembled group of people, typically in church. Large numbers of people would come to hear this preaching. So that sounds like MU is a preacher, right? Are we all supposed to go out and preach the gospel of Christ? Isn't that in the Bible? I don't take those things lightly. That's why I'm going slow so I can study. And I can have a conversation with y'all, but the moment it goes left and I'm cursing, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm losing track. What you saying? You're bad. You good, Shanice? Now look up sermon. Okay. Shanice, don't hurt your husband. He loves ya. You said preaching, but you described giving your testimony. Look up sermon. You want me to look up sermon? Okay. What is a sermon? A sermon is a religious discourse or oration by a preacher, usually a member of the clergy. That's what I said, preacher. Y'all want me to add it to my title? Let me put up my little blessings here. We're gonna look at my babies. Because it sounds like you're trolling when you say things like that. I don't no, I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. I'm sharing something because a lot of people feel stuck in their past or they feel stuck in life. They're not going to tell you. They're going to come on here and wreak havoc on people. I'm saying that I'm on a journey and I'm sharing that with you guys. And ever since I got baptized, I told you guys I feel a certain kind of way, and I feel like that is a message to share, and that's how I can benefit people the most. That's it. It's no trolling. There's no trolling. Okay, so you guys, so anyways, I've been in a few places in these sectors, right? With everything that I'm going through, y'all know this election, what is the election is like within a month, almost, give or take. So I thought I would join a few panels. I joined somebody's panel talking about Kamala. And I feel like when I go in these spaces, even though they say that Republicans are welcome, I didn't feel very welcome. As a matter of fact, I got chewed up and spit out. Now, I'm not going to enter every debate. I felt disappointed that people are using a lot of ad hominem attacks, because I feel like whether you're Republican or Democrat, we still want the better for our people. But on this panel by Miss, y'all need to know who she is. I was given some good advice. Like one person said, "Hey, you talk about the Republican Party." Yeah, this came from Tisa, Tisa is. And I'm mentioning her per se because I appreciated the advice. She goes, this was Ronnie Q's chat if you guys need to know. She was given she was talking about politics, and I actually learned some stuff. Somebody said that I need to put up like my sources. I do need to get better at that so you guys can really understand what I'm trying to say. So let me work on that. And yeah. Is that you?
It is.
504
This
girl, we're
is.
not doing what's good?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, 3 o'clock again. It's always 3 o'clock. Number three. It's always something about this three in you.
I gotta come out earlier. I gotta start coming out earlier. I will.
It's okay.
But
It is. You know
life
what?
is life thing. I am
Life is life.
adulting.
And,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. Whenever you're called, that's when you serve. Here's what I mean. Because you're talking about preaching.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of ministry. You are serving, and you are to
See,
be
I need
obedient
to
to
share this
you.
with. I need to. I know that. Listen, my thoughts and my feelings haven't changed. Good morning, Mr. Skinny. Haven't changed. I still feel the same way. As a matter of fact, even more so.
You feel the same way about what?
Preaching. Mm-hmm.
Okay, about becoming a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to become a preacher in the religious context, or you want to become a preacher in your craft, or you just want to be a preacher here on YouTube? What's going on?
Not YouTube, really. I might share some scriptures with you guys, but I'm talking about like when I go out and I'm talking to people and interviewing them about addiction and their life, I want to tell them what changed my life. So I'm talking about the people that I'm coming across.
Then that's your ministry.
Okay.
Because it becomes preaching is one thing. Your ministry is another. Hey, 504.
I think it's one and the same. Though. I think if your ministry is preaching, that's your ministry.
Well, mm, it's different. It's different. Preaching is one way. Is output. When we talk about a ministry is input, output, throughput. Because I'm giving you some academia, you're gonna hear some academia as well as the spiritual side. Because what happens is that you're preaching. That means that you're talking about and you're telling people, you're verbalizing uh, through word what has happened to you, and probably trying to give them some good inspiration. But
Okay, so I
I
need to
think
find
it's more.
it,
I
but I
think
don't want.
it's gonna be more.
I don't want people. So Lakendra said that's why people think you're playing. Lucky girl, what exactly did I say for people to think I'm playing? I've been saying this for what the last couple weeks now, and I want to know specifically. 504 girl, did I pin that link? 504 girl says that should
Right,
be
right.
testimony.
Ministry testimony.
Wait,
Right.
Lucky girl, let me. And do I have any mods that can see if that's a troll account? If that's really Lucky, who Lucky girl is? Can one of y'all chat? Because I don't want to argue with the troll. You can't say that a person. Let me talk with myself real quick. TC, don't go anywhere. Thank you, 504. My moderator, still, even though we have our disagreements. Anyway, I love you. I get tired of people saying that I'm playing with God or implying that I'm playing with God because I wouldn't do that. And I'm not about to argue with you guys about about that because I'm not playing with God. All right. I love
Yeah,
God.
I don't think so.
So I'm sharing something with you guys, and some of you will understand it and hear it, and some of you won't. But if you knew me a couple years ago or a year ago, then you would see the change in me. So if I want to share
Mhm.
that was the problem, I don't understand it. I feel called. Oh wait, at the stage. Hold on, I'm trying to remove. Oh, there we go. I didn't say you were playing. Not you, lucky girl. I mean, Lakendra. I was talking to lucky girl. So, so am I talking about breaking down scriptures for y'all and stuff like that? No, you got somebody to do that already. No, I'm talking about like just sharing a little and talking
Mhm.
about like some of you don't remember. Okay, like today, somebody tried. Well, I don't know if it's gonna make sense. I don't know if it's gonna make sense. Every time I turn around, my past is thrown in my face. Right? People want to try to shame me or talk about pictures or drugs and stuff like that. That's fine. That's my testimony. But I do believe that people change. I do believe that you can give your life to God. And I stand in his promises that all things are going to work together for the good. I have to stand on those promises, and I want to share that.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
I
And
want to share it.
that's it. There you go. That's perfect right there.
And I want to, because listen, a lot of us have done things that we regret. Hold on, let me get into my chat. I'm going to let you take over for a second. I need to pull my chat up. Oh, wait, I got it. A lot of us, thank you, Father, for have done things that we regret. And it amazes me how many people try to hold people hostage to that in their past and stuff like that. Well, you know, I refuse to be held hostage by my past or my mistakes when I'm more focused on who am I today. But I'm not the only one. I get so many messages with people saying the same thing. They feel guilty, they have regret and all that kind of stuff. So those are my
Mhm.
messages. Like, I'm here despite everything. I'm still standing, and you can too. You
Mhm.
can too. Oh, lucky girl, you're understanding. Thank you. Because I'm not trolling. I'm not talking about coming out here trying to convert people to Christianity, trying to,
There you
that
go.
would be nice. I'm talking about like, um, let's just take the depression and dealing with, let's say you hurt somebody in the past that you didn't mean to hurt. I'm talking about like a child or family member. I mean, and your mind is
Mhm.
ruminating over the past, but there's ways to get past that. There's ways that I've used that helped me when I was at my darkest moments when I first got sober, and I'm thinking about the people in my family that got hurt. um,
Mhm.
it took some tools and some steps for me to get past that, so I didn't feel guilty. So I went through remorse, but um, it's important for me to stay in the moment and be healthy today so my family can enjoy me today, because I can't make up for the past, but I can do something today so they can have a better future. And I think that more people need to hear stuff like that, because you have so many people trying to remind you of what you used to be, your
Mhm.
mistakes, you were an addict or you hurt somebody, and they try to hold you to that, but they're not holding you to that um, for any other reasons besides they were hurt as well, or they're projecting onto you because you have to get over that guilt. And if you don't, you're going to miss what's happening right now. It took a lot. It was a long road.
Mhm.
Hey, my trees. It was a lot. But so TC, I could be using the wrong terminology, but that's what I'm talking about.
Mhm. You're going to morph into your own. And I've
Yes.
always, let me just say this, I've always been a proponent of making sure that you define for yourself, for you, what God is giving to you. So you're going, listen, you're going through different words, and you're doing, and that's okay. That's part of the process. It's all right.
Okay.
Just like, let me just say this, and I know this is nothing compared to this deliverance that you have, but I will say that it is part of my life, and that is, when as I got into the LGBTQ community, and I finally decided, yeah, I am a lesbian, right? And now I had to decide what kind of lesbian, this, that, and the other,
There's
and I tried
different
to.
kinds.
yeah, the different, I guess you could say
Oh,
labels.
studs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I never fit into any of that. And I couldn't, and I wasn't happy. Can you believe it? You come out and then you're not happy? Like, that's cuckoo birds, right? But I found, and so I decided I have to come up with a word and define for myself who I am, and where I fit in, and how great it felt when I became delivered. And I decided, and I defined for myself who I was. And now people don't understand it, which is not for them, it's for me. So what's for you is for you. God
Right,
got
and I'm not
for
trying to.
you. Exactly. God got for you what is for you. And how it is your ministry, it is your testimony. Hey Montrese, hey Lakendra, what's up everybody? 5040. It's for you. And you can't fit a circle in a square. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't fit a rhombus in a trapezoid. You can't, mathematics, it's a science.
We're good.
You got it.
It took me a minute. It took me a minute,
You
but I'm like,
understand? So you are a trapezoid. You know what I'm saying? And a trapezoid has certain things that a trapezoid needs to, to be able to live a trapezoid truth, if you will. And a circle has a circle qualities and circle needs and desires that a circle has to live a circle truth. So you'll find your way, and you're gonna go through a process. It'll take time. It's not gonna be overnight.
it's
And
not.
the one thing is never give up. And I don't, these I guess these terminologies that people use here on YouTube, you're trolling or whatever, you just have to show your light. You have to show through your behavior, and you have to continue to come on and talk your stuff. I'm going to continue to talk about HBCUs. I don't care who, what, where, when, don't like it or like it. That's my love. It is my ministry. I've tried to get away from it on several occasions, but I cannot, and I won't, because I love it. You
Right.
see, and so I love it. I do it in my sleep. I do it, and I help, and I do a damn good job at it. How about that?
I agree.
And so
I
you're
love
going to be doing it. You're
stuff
going to
like
be
that.
doing a wonderful job when because people need to hear, and people need to hear your story. You're going to be writing books. Eventually, you're going to be writing books, or at least pamphlets, and you're going to start writing, and you're going to start going on tour. And this is why I say to folks here in YouTube land, get your platforms ready for what God has for you. And I always tell people, non-profit your platform, non-profit your channel. Have a BS channel where you can come and just talk grown folk talk and talk crazy talk, cuss, fuss, and do all that stuff. But have a business channel as well. Okay,
I think that's what this is. I think that this channel,
is your business. That's
I
right.
believe so. Because I talk
That's
about,
right.
like, we talk about a lot of things that you see. I don't beef over. I don't do those things anymore. Hmm.
I
I
see. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I have witnessed that.
thank you. I choose not to. I could have. There's a lot of streams I could have done, but I'm not interested in numbers. I'm not interested. I Those were the emptiest dreams. Even when I thought that I'm gonna speak my mind and get this off my chest, I felt like I missed it because there will be somebody that comes in a chat that's talking about sobriety or talking about they don't feel well, they want to hit my link, and I just got through cursing out the world. So I didn't like it.
Yeah, you're not.
If I have a problem with somebody, I go to their channel and try to talk to them. Other than that, it's not worth it.
Exactly. It really is not, because you're bigger than that, boo. You know the God who you serve, and we sitting up here talking about your feet stink.
That's right.
Are we serious? Is that the low hanging? Listen, listen. There's a place for all of that, but it's not all the time. Is what I'm saying. And so all I'm saying is, MU, continue on your journey. and just understand that it's there gonna be some detours and
Gotta be some
also
detours.
yeah, yeah. It's like going. Listen, I went somewhere today and I had a detour all around the city just to get. I think the detour took longer than just me taking a straight shot. Right? Sometimes that's what's gonna happen. And I want to say this: forgiveness, forgive yourself, and forgive others. And remember, grace, mercy, and favor are gonna have to be part of your love for yourself. You cannot go back and redo what has been done. But I will say this: when you see somebody and you know you did them a not so good, you did them wrong, you did them dirty because you were in a situation, you say, I apologize.
What would you
That's all.
tell a woman who, or man, um, who is feeling like that and they don't know how to forgive themselves?
You have to work on it. It's not easy because guilt is is the devil. Fear is the devil. And these are energies that continue to keep us from moving towards that light.
Yeah, you're right.
And you have to do I have the answer? No. How do I work? How did I work on it? Oh, I felt guilty about some things and whatever, but you know what? I would say I would talk to that person and I would, you know, like talk things out with them and ask for their, forgiveness. And I apologize. And I love you. I do. I, Sometimes it's not that easy because it's not. I'm
It's
only
not.
talking about I'm only just talking about like some instances that are entering into my head right now. But every there are instances where I felt bad and a person passed away and I didn't get a chance to say I love you and I regret that. So what I do now is I look at a picture, I take their obituary out and I just talk and I say I love you. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's
And that's
that's
it, you
that's
know?
uh that's well said. I um I love it. What I do is I acknowledge the feelings. I feel all the emotions that come with it. I only allow myself so long to think about the past, and then I put myself in the present. It's a brain thing. I train myself. I put myself in the present. I think about what's good in my life today. If
Hmm.
you made a bad, oh sorry, if you made a bad decision, make the next best decision. That's what you
Right.
can do. 504 girl said, a
Amen.
ministry is sharing one's testimony and the gospel message in a relaxed, friendly style atmosphere. Then this is my
Yes.
ministry because that's what I'm doing.
Hmm.
That's what I'm
And
doing.
in the loving in the gospel is the love. Right. See, that's the yes, 504. The
I agree.
gospel is love.
Now, now
And
let
for
me.
you to and you've been delivering your message, you even when you're mad, do you understand that even when you're, telling somebody off and you're trying to get things straight, do you know that you're starting to deliver your message in a loving sort of way?
I hope so because that's all I want to do.
Right.
And I
Now before you
genuinely
used to be mad and a little ratchet and stuff. You used to be
see. I don't even have that kind of anger. Like I said, if I can't,
right.
if I'm talking to someone, even if it gets heated and we go back and forth, I do not hate you. We have a disagreement. I will not converse with someone that I do not desire. Um,
Mhm.
I won't grant everybody a conversation with me. I don't care. I move
Mhm.
on. Um, and that's for my own protection because some people get too involved in my life and my family. But I can genuinely tell you that my intention is not to hurt anyone. I feel that my biggest thing is this. Some people started out with me using, they're not here today. I'm still here. Not only am I here, I'm healthy. I feel that God has restored me. And that is my testimony, you guys. That's my
Mm-hmm.
testimony. Some people don't make it. They don't survive addiction or they stay addicted. Their families, they're not there for their families. Like, not only did I have to overcome a substance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had to join life. I decided for me, I was going to go back to school and start working instead of just being taken care of. I was going to, I've always had my businesses, but for me, it was I needed structure. I needed a challenge. And that's the second part. First, you get sober, and then you enter society, and then you find a way to give back. This is my giving back, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And I need to do it. I feel compelled to do it. I feel that everything happened for a reason, down to losing friendships, relationships. Like, okay, God, you have my attention. What am I missing? And I think that God will remove anything that's louder than his voice so you can hear him. And that's not a dig on anybody. That's not saying anybody was good or bad. I just feel that for some people, God gets our attention in different ways. And I had too much noise around me. A testimony is your eyewitness account of God, of how God rescued you from sin. Well said, 504. Because I can relate to women and hurting people. And I know people don't like to hear that message every day. Okay, I try to talk about other stuff as well. But this is a big part of my life. Like, there was someone who I always have people trying to remind me of the past or what I used to do. It doesn't matter how long ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so the reason I'm still here is because I really celebrate who I am today. And I feel that if I go back with them, then that's being ungrateful for what God has delivered me from. So that's what you guys can think of. You know, you're here today, you're doing things. People may try to bring up the past or put you down, especially if they're dragging you. If they're dragging you, they're going to do whatever to hurt you. Okay. But look up and see what's good in your life today. Because today is all we have. Right this moment is what we have. We don't have yesterday. We don't have tomorrow. We have right now.
That's right. That's right.
You hear about that TikToker? His name was Panda something. He had 4 million followers. That's getting charged with murder. I think it's double.
You know what? Someone mentioned it throughout the day today. However, I am not familiar at all with.
Well, let me tell you. Let me pull it up. This is why I'm pulling it up. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about me. I'm still here. There's some people that are given a lot. Like, you have this platform. Social media can mess your mind up. You see Ali Abulaban. I covered that story, the TikToker that got life for a double murder. I think that we have a false sense of reality online and social media. We're policing everybody, we're breaking laws, thinking that we're above the law and stuff like that. And people are getting messed up with social media. This TikToker had about 4 million followers, and now he's looking at a life sentence. It's like, it's insane how people get on here and they just get lost in this online world. Let me find it.
Principalities of the air. But go ahead and look.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah. Once we understand the principalities of the air, we'll understand the social media and the construct in which it falls up under.
His name is like Pandas. No, I don't. Okay, so they call him queers. Let me call him queer. That's how he identifies. TikTok influencer arrested for the bloody murder of a gay therapist. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another gentleman.
Terrion Thomas. Yeah, y'all don't. Okay, let me pull up his image. Maybe y'all recognize him, but I don't know if you guys are on TikTok like that. Wait, I gotta. Y'all recognize this guy? He's from Louisiana. Y'all recognize him? No.
I did see. I've seen that picture. I saw that picture today. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up the article. Louisiana. He's from Louisiana, 504 girl. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can find a clip. I didn't plan on sharing this. I would have set up the screen, but I'm just like, why? Why?
Yeah.
He's 20.
Okay.
Okay, TikToker was arrested in
wow.
Dallas this week, facing second-degree M charge and the death of a Baton Rouge counselor. But I wonder why he did it. So he's 20 years old. It says he's being held without bond, 504.
Oh gosh.
So
Oh.
So the police were called. So the guy was 69 years old, and he was found in a comforter, taped up. And he was a licensed professional counselor providing counseling and psychotherapy to people.
Oh, shoot.
So yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but I was just looking at it like, dang, that's crazy, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's going down.
Wow.
He's going down, but the Aliyah Boulevard story was interesting because, are you familiar with him?
No.
Another one made it on TikTok, killed unalived his wife and her friend, got a double life sentence. He's never gonna see the light of day again. It's just crazy. The Kendra said he has mental issues. See, I only heard of him on TikTok, but I've never really watched him.
Really? Oh, okay.
Never really watched him.
Gosh.
I used to look at the ones that had so many followers, like, just watching, and I was like, I can't believe this happened. Let me listen to part of it. I'm going to show you for educational phrase purposes only, just the audio. But let me see if I can get it to play. Let's see some
with Pace Senior TLC
ads. Let me go on mute while they play the ad.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. Thanks for joining us tonight. TikTok star Terrion Thomas is now being charged with the brutal and bloody murder of a Baton Rouge therapist.
Can you hear it?
Peck spoke with the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office today to kind of get a rundown of what they think happened in this. She joins us now. Hey, Georgia.
A search of Mr. Prada's apartment, whose legal name is Terrion Thomas, uncovered evidence connecting him to the therapist's murder. This is where deputies believe the murder happened, an apartment complex off Essen Lane in Baton Rouge. They say surveillance video shows the victim, Dr. Nick Abraham, arrive here at Mr. Prada's apartment Saturday morning. But he never walked back
Can y'all
out.
see it?
We have a witness at the apartment complex that saw the suspect dragging what we now believe is the victim's body.
But I wonder
Someone saw the body Sunday morning in Tangipahoa Parish, wrapped in a tarp and left alongside a highway. These photos were released Monday of a person of interest in the case. It turned out to be Terrion Thomas, the TikTok personality. Monday afternoon, Baton Rouge police say they spotted him driving the victim's stolen car along Sherwood Forest Boulevard. Witnesses tell us police had him stopped in this parking lot. He tried to back up, and when he realized he couldn't get out, he hopped up onto this curb and went through this breezeway. He drove through this way, crashing into this planter right here, and then made his way to the back parking lot. The wheel then fell off the car back here. He got out and ran through those buildings. The police chasing him with his gun out, move back. And watch closely here. A woman who saw it unfold shot this video of the driver, believed to be Mr. Prada, running off.
When that information went out to everyone, we had family members that reached out and said, hey, he got a ride back to his
that's what
apartment
happened.
after the pursuit with BRPD, and somehow he got to the bus station. And from the bus station, he took the bus to Dallas, Texas.
The U.S. Marshal Service arrested him in Dallas late Tuesday. When detectives searched his Baton Rouge apartment, they say they found evidence that a violent physical altercation happened there, including several sharp objects and weapons, plus a large amount of blood. With samples of that sent to the state crime lab Wednesday night, they got a match.
We have a DNA match.
All right, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's pretty much it. I will be following that. I mean, dang, but again, he got 4 million followers.
Wow.
Suspect's apartment for the victim. We do believe that that's possibly where the crime occurred.
So
The Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office says this investigation is still ongoing. We still do not have any answers on what the motive was here, but EBRSO says as of right now, there is no evidence that Mr. Prada was one of the therapist's clients. He's being brought back here for questioning, and of course, we'll keep you.
So I don't know what's gonna happen in that case. I don't know why, but I just came across it and I'm like, we see a lot. So you got the social media people, you got the celebrities, Young Thug, Diddy. Now we're hearing a lot of things with Bieber and other celebrities. Jaguar Wright implicated Beyonce, saying that she did stuff. That's why I'm saying I need to stay focused. MU needs to be focused. I need to be in the Word of God, school, my work. I love my career, y'all. I love my job. I love what I'm doing. But those are the things that matter to me. The rest of the stuff, it's not important. I think that we're learning, and then we got the election coming up. There's a lot going on. Go ahead.
That's right, major things. And you know what? You have this is your digital fingerprint or your digital footprint. It's forever. One of the things that happened when we had this conference, I was saying to some of the admissions people, are we really using social media as a means in which to determine if the students get into college? And they say yes. They actually go through a vetting system where they vet the students. Okay. And there was a student here on YouTube actually who was expelled from graduate school. She was expelled, and we are going to have to be mindful, even as parents and grandparents, because what they explained to me was that they're going back into the past. So what they're saying is that the propensity of what we call anger, violence they're saying that it is coming from the I guess you could say their lineage, their background, their environment. So they're also vetting everybody else around them. So just know that they are watching whatever their parents are doing, what their grandparents have done, and or everybody around in their circle, and they're making a determination whether or not they want to have those students in their colleges and universities.
Wow. Good night, Lansky. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you.
Because so many students have had the unalived situations, and they're saying that they didn't vet them deeply enough. So now they're going to use it as a means to do that. So, that's why I tell people, have your business and then have your, full on law on the side, whatever it is, craziness you want to do as grown folks. But folks are not, and even businesses, you can't, you were in the military, they're not even accepting right. They're not even accepting
it. When I joined the military, and y'all know your girl was smart, right? And I was taking the ASVAB test. I remember the one that,
right?
No problem. I got my East Coast pin and everything. I did my thing, but I just remember the standards and in the ones that couldn't get in and they couldn't go to school or whatever, and just a lot of them felt like rejected. It is hard to get in. It's probably even harder now. I don't know. When I joined, it was like you just had to be fit and pass that test. And
a lot of them can't. That's the technology. Yeah, but that's it. A lot of them can't run. You have to run 2 minutes.
You have to touch your toes. Y'all know some of them big belly people. Nothing against the big belly people, but you have to be able to touch your clothes. What's good, Chef X? You have to be able to touch your toes. You have to be able to do. What did I do? I did push-ups. I can't remember. It was so long ago.
Jumping jacks. You have to do a certain amount of jumping jacks.
You remember the elephant jumping jacks?
And sit-ups. And the ASVAB. First of all, you had to pass the ASVAB, number one. And that's a test I think that all high school students should take, regardless. I think that's one of the best tests in the world because it kind of it'll marry
Math,
you.
science. Um,
It's
mine was heavy
logic,
on math and science, logical
everything.
thinking, comprehension. I had no problems. Hmm.
It's an excellent tool to marry somebody as far as what their craft should be. Whether or not should they go into a vocation, whether or not they should be in a profession, et cetera, et cetera. I thought is I love the test immensely. But also after you do the test, then you have to do the physical. And interestingly enough, a lot of these young people, they can't touch their toes. They don't the dexteria in their hands and their toes and in their body parts is so unfortunately stiffened that because they're sitting around, they're keyboard gangsters, they're not doing enough physical, so they can't do certain things. They don't know the side straddle hop. They don't know how to do jumping jacks. They don't know how to. There's some basic
And I
stuff.
can't run. You've got to be able to move. Thank you, chef. You've got to be able to move. And then of course you have to be in the weight requirement. And what I found interesting with boot camp, the food was like there's like vitamins, minerals added to it. I never really cared what things taste like, but there were some people that really couldn't handle it. I have some crazy military stories for y'all. Y'all know MU got wild stories, but yeah. But it was
Mhm.
nice to test. I mean, I think a lot of jobs should test your knowledge on basic things.
That's right. There you go. And I think that as a person that's in your capacity and you're growing in your profession, you're going to be looked at, especially because we're looking at counselors and therapists and psychologists, psychiatrists as a means in which to how do we I guess you could say vet people who are going into the police department. Like we need a system, and we need them to be because the police department is and the fire department very stressful. It's very stressful, and a lot of things are happening, and it's a lot of liability. And the police officers need help. They need therapists. They need counseling. They need a place to go. Some of them are there because for various reasons, but
Yep.
they're gonna need people like you and you. So your ministry is getting ready to take off in a particular manner. Let me just say this: whatever you ask for from the Lord, be ready, because when the Lord gives you your blessings, and the Lord says, "Hey, here it is. I'm gonna open it up to you." Boom, here it is.
Yeah.
Don't you go back and say, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know. I'm not ready." No, 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 no. You're getting ready now. He's getting you ready, okay? Because
Yep.
it's not going to be easy, but he's going to get you ready.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It is especially hard sharing things online because y'all see me in chats where people always want to throw it in my face, but I knew that was going to happen because you put yourself out there, right? I think that when I first shared with you guys my intention, I thought I was going to wake up and say, never mind, I'm going to change my mind. It is harder than I thought because I'm tested a lot and I have to think about, okay, if I curse you out, does that line up with what I'm saying about preaching? No. So I have to be really careful with my anger, but I still feel the same as far as the journey. Like, okay, I have to learn this. I have to be in my word. I have to be able to relay a message.
Mm-hmm.
And make it make sense. And like how Lucky Girl earlier was saying, like, I don't know if people take you seriously, so to speak. So I have to make sure that when I'm relaying that message, that I'm focused and concentrated. I probably won't even drop a link at first because I need to get that message out.
Okay.
Because I am very serious. I don't feel that I would have survived. And because I did, that I want to share stuff. I think about the women in the Bible that have a past that God was able to use, and a lot of women deal with shame and things they did when they were younger and they got through it. So I have a lot of things that I could talk about and relate to you guys.
and you have a lot to talk about. You do your politics, you're doing your schooling, and it's a lot, and it's a good thing. And once you get past this election, then you're gonna be talking about being part of the political system in a different way. And I think it's going to be from a more empowering standpoint, and also you're going to be inspiring people to do what they need to do in their immediate environments, in their immediate communities, because that's really where it all starts. And you never lose sight of, okay, this is the election, we have this candidate, okay, all of that. But
So
you
nervous. I'm so nervous.
well,
So we are
here's
going
the
to talk
thing.
about the election until I mean we got a month. So
Yeah, we do. I'm excited, and I'm happy that things happen the way that they do. I'm happy that sometimes we have some we would get almost had a strike. Yeah, yeah, we almost had a strike. Remember the longshoremen and stuff like that here on the East Coast.
mm,
The West Coast is already prepared as far as the ports and oil concerned. They're already, technologically, the ports on the West Coast are ready. They have their process in place. We do not. On the East Coast, it's unionized, and now when you have union, you have bureaucracy. When you have bureaucracy, you have politics. And things get in, things don't get in, things stay out, and then of course things slow down. That's why oftentimes West Coast sometimes is really ahead in a lot of instances in a lot of ways.
Becky
Because
Joseph. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, are the ports back open? Well, they definitely suspended the strike, so they are opening. They've opened back up, and they're functioning. But folks, after the election, that's when it's gonna get jiggy. Now that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, whoever gets in office better make sure that they take care of the people, middle class working people who are working, and don't talk about it, be about it,
Right.
because the truckers, because once we get the ports, we got to get the stuff off the boats, right, off those big tanks and stuff. Once you get it off the tanks and everything, what happens? You gotta put them in, and you gotta load them and then they have a waiting period. Then you gotta load it in the trucks, and then the trucks take them in, and then that's when we get it. So we need to get our cars, we need to get, you know chick whatever it is that we need to get. We need to make sure that those people are taken care of. So I'm excited. I know one thing. I am going to, and I suggest this. Um, I am going to stock up on toiletries, toilet paper, and stuff. Uh, because water. I have a hard time with stocking up with water in plastic bottles. But the bottom line is, get your get your toilet tissue and stuff, just in case.
You never know.
Just
Lucky
Yeah.
Girl said, "How long has that been with our current president?"
Since the presidents before this president, the presidents before have didn't take care of the working middle class. And it's just not them. It's basically Congress, because they're gonna hit it. They're gonna get hit too. So yeah, we're
We
gonna
have a lot. There's a
they're
lot
gonna
of
they can do an executive order. The president should have done an executive order to make sure that the longshoremen were taken care of. But I think what they're really trying to do is to bring on technology, like on the West Coast. The West Coast has the model, and it's working. And it's unfortunate that a lot of the ports in the West have to wait for us here in the East, and we're the ones that are, I guess we're ahead of you, so to speak. So it's sort of a delay for the whole entire country.
Lucky Girl. I knew that I liked you, and I love the fact that you don't always agree with me. Let me just read your comment.
What
And
did she
I'm not
say?
saying that just because of the comment. Our people have to cut our loyalty to the Democratic Party. Right on, lucky girl. You know what? You're always welcome here.
What if I what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm just agreeing. I like everybody to feel welcome.
She's such a politician. That's a good one. There you go. Okay, I like that too, Lucky. I like that too. You daggone right. I think you're right. We have to stop with this overly crazy. I think it's Stockholm syndrome relationship that we do have, and with
Promises after
with the
promises.
Democratic Party. Absolutely,
Promises after
absolutely.
promises broken. And I
Lots
think
of
that's
promises.
important to hear both sides. The reason I mentioned somebody's stream earlier, you guys, just so you know, because on Sunday sometimes I do bring up a person's name, is because I do feel she did a good political life. I love the fact that I'm gonna say her name because it matters. Bryony Q gives commentary. I love the fact. Did I get chewed up? Yeah, but I knew it. But I love a healthy debate, and I'm always gonna learn something and take something away. What I thought was, okay, you know what? I have to be able to show you guys what I'm talking about, because whether you're Republican or Democrat, we do have a lot of the same goals: growth for our people, being able to take care of our families, have a livable wage. There's some things that we do agree on,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to hear both sides. And when I see these ad hominem attacks, because I represent the Republican Party, you're not doing yourself a service by attacking my character, because you can't tell me that because I'm black I can't be a Republican, or make digs like that. I'm not going to take that as an intelligent conversation. If you want to engage with me, have an intelligent conversation about it. But as far as the ports and stuff like that goes, we're going to see a lot of things, and people want
Mhm.
answers. People want answers.
And
I
they
do feel
deserve the
that
answers.
the Democratic Party delivers false promises, and we keep waiting, because why haven't they done these things already? Okay, look into things for yourself.
Mhm.
It's been crippling. I agree. So there's good and bad on both sides, but hold on for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there's definitely good and bad on both sides, and we have federal, state, and city government politics, so we have to get involved as best possible. I know people have lives and we have families. We have personal lives and things that we need to, that we want to get done, the things that we want to do, and so we don't want to be just consumed in one little area. It's good to go on vacation, maybe go hug a tree, go appreciate just the museums in your area, et cetera, that kind of thing. Started off as Republican.
That's right, Lucky Girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I've spoken a lot about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. However, the different ideology, because the time was different, and black folks were different then
We
too.
thrive with the Republican Party.
Because those black folks, they were like, look, they were about the business of making it happen. Because I've noticed that a lot of times people will say, oh, we want less government, we want this, that, and the other. Okay, so you don't want, let's take away welfare, let's take away the food stamps, let's take away all of that. Let's take away all of that. Let's do that. Good.
And pay people higher wages.
Okay. Well, people have to they have to earn it, so if you haven't earned it and you don't, then what's going to happen? You have to earn those wages. You have to earn. You have to do that time.
You've got to do. I mean, come on. You can't just have a job. I mean, somebody with an education should earn a higher wage, but you've got to work. I don't think that people should just be given a handout unless they're independently wealthy. You got to work for what you want. A government program isn't going to save you. It's going to keep you limited. So there's problems.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to let you have, continue on with your commentary. I just wanted to get up here. I don't know, something you said just triggered me, but it was just it was just about
Something
your
that
minute.
something I said triggered you.
Yeah, the reason why I came up, but before you, got finished with your commentary, but that was just because it was about your ministry, and I just wanted to say, continue on. You're gonna, you're there. You're working towards it. It's a process, and to be perfectly honest, you're gonna continuously grow until the day you die. Okay,
That's right.
until we take until we take our last breath, we're all growing. So don't feel guilty, whatever. I want you to come up with your own words, your own terminology for you understand, for you don't have to use anybody else's labels for you come up with your own labels and why for you see. And if that's what makes you feel good in your heart, remember, the heart, in order for us to get to those pearly gates or whatever, the heart must be lighter than a feather.
That's right.
Okay. So
That's right.
every religion and every spiritual walk and every spiritual philosophy and ideology, they always talk about the heart, and they always line it up with a feather, and they put it on the scales of justice. So this is the reason why a lot of our people, when we want to forgive, we want to become lighthearted. We don't want to have all the things that we've done. We don't want to be fearful. We don't want to feel guilty. We don't want to feel bad, and for the things that we've done, we want to recompense. We want to claim some forgiveness for the things that we've done. You see, and even if it means every month, hey, I'll say it myself. I'll start it. For if there's anything that I've done to anybody in our streets, in our YouTube, whatever streets here, I apologize. I truly do. And I ask for your forgiveness if I've ever done anything and I did not know that I did it, and even if I did know I did it, I apologize to you. And that's how I do it every month, because I'll mess up and do some crazy stuff within the month, like tomorrow maybe. And 504 been telling me I needed to get that thing, so she will have it tomorrow.
But don't tell me you still come with the email.
Yeah, it's still yeah. Listen, I need a secretary. I have one, but I need another one, and I need them to take care of some of my personal stuff. But I have one. I do have a lady now. She's very she's good. She's good.
Okay. That's awesome. Hey, Skinny. Okay.
So anyway, y'all.
She understands. You get it.
Yeah, I know, but I know time is of the essence, and scholarships will be coming out because October 1st is here. Financial aid is already here, so etc. I know. Don't do that. Don't do those. Don't do that. Don't do that. Those eyes. Look at 504. You ain't right. All right, 504. Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna have love you. Thank you. 504, I'm going to have a CNN PSA or Fox PSA. So this is Fox over here, right? I'm gonna have a Fox. Okay, what we're gonna have? We're gonna have an elephant. Because honestly speaking, I love an elephant better than I do the donkey. But
Why do y'all got the donkey? Y'all get mad when I use the word arse.
It's okay. But I'm going to do a public service announcement for 504. And you're going to see it and you're going to say, finally, this chick finally got a daggone email so that I could give her, so I could email. So that's what's up. Okay.
See, 504 girl has really, thank you, TC. 504 girl really tries me. She is challenging for me. But,
challenge. I love it.
Sometimes I be thinking with 504 girl, I'm like, you know what? I'm so mad. I'm gonna fire up a live stream and go off, and then somebody will tell me, 504 girl come there and yeah, that won't end well. I love 504 girl. She does not always agree with me, hardly ever. I don't mind that. Y'all can disagree with me.
Thank you, King ABC 07. 007. All right. And okay, Lakendra, you know it. Right.
I'll be looking for you. Like I just say,
And you know what? And you know what?
girl.
MU, this is one of the reasons why, let me just say this. I am human like everybody else. I love to, I cuss and I know how to cuss and I do all of that. But Lakendra and 504 and others, there are so many others that do hit me up, and I have their children's life in my hands.
Yes. My daughter, before she goes to Lucky Girl, yes.
You know, and
You
so
threw up
I
my
will not come up on here and act a donkey. Okay? I will not, because you all as parents for Lakendra and 504 who do not know me except through this apparatus. Obviously they see something, they feel something, they perceive something about me to say, you know, let me ask this lady some information to help my child. And that's special to me, because your children are the most important things to you.
That's right.
Children, our pets, our elders, of course, our loved ones. And so for them, and I thank you, Lakendra, and I thank you, 504. I do not take it lightly because it means so much to me. And if I was out here acting a donkey and a fool and a whole whatever, they would be looking at me like, no. Right. In the videos with Anthony, exactly. You would be like, this okay, all right, TC trolling. Right, I'm trolling. I'm HBCU trolling. But I'm not HBCU trolling. I'm going down to my homecoming, and when I see some young people, I have 10 people who gave me $100. I have beauticians and barbers in Philadelphia. A couple of elected officials. They say, TC, can you when you go down to A&T, give 10 students $100.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what I do here. And I take that and I go down south to the students. I'm gonna give $500 to an A&T student, and we're playing Hampton, so I'm gonna give $500 to 5 students at Hampton University, because our
Awesome.
children need us at this time the most. This is so important. And so you're doing your work, MU, and you're getting your degrees and you're getting your thing. And you know, I'm gonna be hitting those psychologists up and those psychiatrists and those therapists. I have several therapists and Black psychologists here in Philly. They have given me a grant to do some work for HBCUs. It's that's the way we do it.
I love
So
it.
and so you're not gonna see me get out of sorts every now and then. You know, I fall, but we fall down, but we get up.
That's
Okay.
right. That's
And
right.
I'm gonna get up, and then I'm gonna wiggle it off, and I'm gonna keep on moving.
That's all you can do. And I love the fact that you're working with kids. I can tell you guys that there's special challenges going back to college as an adult, but I've been making it happen, y'all. But
Yes, you have. Yep. And for non-traditional students like yourself who are going back, and Didi and Deirdre, Gigi Darling,
oh, I didn't know
who,
she went back. Cool.
yeah, she's getting her
I think even
master's.
Demetra said that she was going to go back to school.
Yes.
So people, I mean, hey, I have to tell you, I absolutely love it. I do. I love my classmates. the younger ones and the older ones, I love the environment. It feels great. It absolutely
Exactly.
does.
And I know you're having fun. Like you can tell when you come on, you're like, I gotta do my homework. It's like
The homework, the
who's
testing,
happy?
I had to do pages, a paper, and they were like, put it in APA format. I had to think. I've been in college like what 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and I'm like APA format, but I love the challenge. I love the challenge. So it's not easy, Lucky Girl. I need to link with you on test. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, 504. Dig it.
There's a lot of services like the therapy.
Okay.
I love there's a therapist, there's a counselor that I could talk to, a psychologist, and a lot of services for adult students, special needs. Because adult student, what is that word you use? Non-traditional student.
Yes.
There's a lot of services and a lot of tutoring. I've been able to manage, but I'm just saying for some of you that there's help available because I get anxiety and I just call a number, talk to somebody, we good.
There you go. There you go.
Mhm.
And that happens is and everyone needs that. Everyone, if it's nothing but having a number and just making a phone call, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, and if you need more help, they'll give you a reference for more help.
There
But
you go. Right.
and it's included in my tuition, so I definitely use it.
That's right. Take advantage
Yeah,
of it. That's right. See, there you go. Look at you. That's what's up. And continue doing. I like when you go out with your daughters and y'all go do little things and stuff like that, and you go on trips and everything. That's so great. That is so great. I love to see that.
thank
Yes.
you, thank you. It's
Yes.
fun.
As a matter of fact, my mother and I are getting ready to take a little road trip. But we're going. It's not a road. Well, yeah, it is a road trip, but we're gonna be on the train. So I enjoy the train, and I love traveling the countryside to see our beautiful, beautiful country from the little towns perspective. You know what I mean?
It's nice.
And there's so much history, and it's just amazing. So again, I'm just
Fun.
grateful for the country that we have built and helped to build as well. You daggone right.
Nice, and it's special with your mom.
Yes, she's my heart. She is my, she's 84 going out with a 60 some odd year old dude. Okay. Okay.
It just made me think of someone. I'm not gonna mention. Hey, I was sharing that women are dating younger these days, much like younger, and I'm like, they wouldn't talk about a guy doing it. We're about to hit 2025. There's no reason to shame women for going out with younger men. It's a thing. Not my thing, but it's a thing.
I tell you what, she's getting ready. He just had surgery on his leg, and she's like, look, he better hurry up. He better be able to keep up with me.
I won't, Kendra, I won't. I'm not talking about it.
Okay, Lakendra. No, we won't. We won't. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, I just wanted to say, yeah, my mother is my heart, and she's my biggest cheerleader, and I appreciate and love her deeply. She is my heart. Yeah. hmm
That's beautiful.
I love her with all of my heart.
Your good daughter. She's having fun. Check out the
Yeah.
60-something-year-old. So, would your mom be considered a cougar?
No, I consider her a mountain lion.
Thank you for not cursing me out. I don't know what to call her. A lot of people are being cougars, but you're a mountain lion.
Well, see, here's the difference. A cougar is, those women that like in their 40s and over, and what they do is they pay for these guys. They pay and they buy them everything and they supply them or help. They live with them and things of that nature. No, that's not what my mother is about. You have to have your own. You can't talk to her if you don't have your own. They have their separate everything, as he understands that I am the heir to the throne, and he is not. He has his own responsibilities, and God bless him and his endeavors. So as long as he understands, don't raise your hand, don't raise your voice. We're gonna have a wonderful, wonderful relationship. He'll be fine. He'll live.
I
He
love
will live.
it. Your mountain lion is fierce.
She
Your
is.
mama is like
Yeah.
beautiful, and he's the one having
She's
surgery. And he's healthy.
yeah. And you know how cats are, they stay perched on top. You see,
Yes,
she
I'm looking
stays.
for a cat now, and
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Yeah, she stays perched on the top, and she sits high and looks low, and yeah, all that good stuff. So
oh, good for her. Y'all have fun. Hmm.
yeah, she's a lot of fun. I mean, oh my gosh, she's a lot of fun. Most of my cohort, my colleagues from college, anytime they come in, around in the city and things of that nature, they want to go see her.
That's
They
funny.
want to go see her. So I love it. She's just a lot of fun. Yeah.
It's awesome.
But anyway, I'm gonna let you go so you can round off and do your thing. I'm proud of you, MU. Stay
Thank you.
strong. Understand,
Staying
you're
strong.
you're only obedient to the master of our universe, the creator, the God that gave you everything. Okay.
That's right. Amen
All
to that,
righty.
sis.
All right. And everybody in the chat, thank you. Love you all as well. You everyone have an excellent week. I do want to say R.I.P. to John Amos, R.I.P. to
Rest in
Frankie
peace.
Beverly, some black men who were like the top of their craft and never wavered to go to the bottom to become low hanging fruit to be niggas. Okay, so I want to say R.I.P. to John Amos, R.I.P. to Frankie Beverly. We
That's
will
right.
always miss you. We will always love you, and thank you for your contributions.
That's
And
right.
anyone else who's had a loved one that has transitioned on to the ancestors, God rest their soul, and prayers going up for you all and your families as well.
That's
Okay.
beautiful. Amen
All
to
right,
that.
now get that cat, girl.
I'm looking for a good breeder.
Yeah, go get a cat. I think that would be yeah. The cat she's gonna control you. You're gonna get a girl or a boy cat.
I'm thinking of a boy cat, but I'm not opposed to a girl feline.
Okay.
I've always wanted a Maine Coon, and yeah, I
Oh
need to find a
Lord.
breeder.
The cat's gotta have their own. The cat is gonna tell you when you gotta come off of YouTube. You know that, right? The cat. Listen, these animals are smart when it comes to their masters and y'all on YouTube. They like, look, it's time. You got to get off. I need my attention right now, and then you got to give them their attention. I love them. They're just so smart.
Bravo Fur Girl thinks she knows so much Bravo Fur Girl. I've been talking about a Maine Coon.
Oh, she doesn't like cats. Okay, well. All right,
But
well.
I've been having trouble replacing my dogs, so I was like, let me get a cat. Let me get a cat that I can walk and
Understood.
play with and cuddle and all that stuff. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get a cat. I already got my names picked out, so I think so.
Oh, really? Let me
Yeah.
go. All right, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. All right,
Love you.
love you too. Peace out. Everybody have a great week.
You too.
Mhm.
TC, thank you for coming up. I was just thinking about my sis because I've been paying for school out of pocket. I'm getting ready to transfer. So I was doing, I did career colleges, right? Different programs, but now it's time to go to the college and then on to the university. So your girl's gonna need help financing that because I got my daughter's school I gotta pay for. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot, but I'm excited. TC is so knowledgeable when it comes to those kind of things, and she's always talking about stuff like that. I appreciate her. I'm thinking about a cat, 504 girl. There's one. Let me show you guys. I don't know if I have the picture. I don't really want to show you guys before I get the cat. But let me see if I took a picture. There's a breeder. Yeah, I was looking at this one. Y'all want to see it? Let me see if I can find the site. The cat's about an hour away from me. But it looks something like this. So hopefully Okay. I want to get a cat like this one. Or like there's one. Now this isn't the actual cat that I'm looking at. But the breeder had one. And there's another one. So either that one or one like, hold on. These tabby cats. This little Maine Coon. Isn't it cute? So I gotta go meet the cat. And I'm like, I think I could be a cat parent. He said, too quiet and sneaky for you. Well, these cats are, yeah, I get it. But since I'm in school and working now, I can use a pet that's more independent. No, it's a cat. Let's see. So these are, look at this one. They're cute little Maine Coon. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try to pick one up. Let's see. What else I want to talk to you guys about? So the debate coming up, I'm obviously gonna want to speak about that. I feel that people can openly speak about their Democratic views, but when I try to speak about why I'm a Republican, what does it mean to be a Republican for Black people, and the things that I stand for as far as more wages, livable wages, the inflation, protected borders, and things like that, I don't really see the problem. But you know, when I'm trying to speak, I guess I have to be careful where I speak because it's just different. You know, I feel like I'm attacked strictly because of strictly because I'm a Republican, and people don't really get to know why. So I do appreciate those conversations, you guys. I just want us all to be okay. Good night, Bible 4 girl. I'm getting ready to wrap it up too. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna say this. I appreciate each and every last one of you. When I come on because I'm like still hanging in there. Thank you, Bible 4 girl. Still hanging in there. Still pushing forward. Is it easy? Absolutely not. It's difficult. It's difficult. My goal is to make it to my 3-year sobriety birthday. My 3-year sobriety birthday. There's been a lot. Good morning, Doughboy. Good morning, Ava. Anytime, lucky girl. Anytime. Just let me know. I don't mind revisiting that. Or if you want to come on a link and talk about it, whatever you want to do. Just leave me a comment after the stream if you want, or you can tell me now. I'm about to hit my 3 years, you guys. And what I find interesting, when you're sharing your story and you're sharing things with people, I don't do it for any other reason. This is my journey, my story, and I'm sharing it with the world. But it's so interesting how many people try to engage with me that I don't engage with, or try to put me down or shame you. And the group effort to try to put somebody else down. I'm not understanding that, because we're talking, I have nothing to prove to people. Now, I can't tell you guys this. Normally, when people bring me up or try to go off on me, you had a lot more people engaging. So I appreciate you guys that support me. A lot of people are tired of the MU stories. Y'all don't care about my past because we've spoken about the past. The past would be one thing if I was still living the same way. Anyway, lucky girl, do you tell me how to communicate with you? Do you want my email? If I was still doing the same things, if I was still out there doing things to harm myself, I can get it. But y'all see, I've moved. I didn't just talk the talk. I walked it in front of you guys. I am independent. I take care of myself. I don't come out here begging or asking anything. Thank y'all for your memberships and your cash apps. I appreciate you guys. But I take trips and do things on my own. That doesn't matter. Going back to school is a really big deal. It's challenging. I'm just not doing the same thing. So people don't want to bring up stuff from the past and stuff like that to try to make me feel bad. I'm finding my place in life, and I'm really happy to do that, and I'm happy to share that with you guys. I just read my book. What's good, friend? I haven't seen you in a minute. Oh, let me put my. Lakendra says, I don't live there anymore. Nope. But some people feel compelled to share. I don't listen to the people that's supposed to hear it. They're going to understand why I'm sharing it. And the other ones just like, you did this and you did that. They don't matter. I don't live my life online. I live it. I don't live my life online, and that's not my audience. So it doesn't matter what they think. You guys see me the first couple years on YouTube making mistake after mistake, meeting all kinds of people, thinking that I was gonna have friends and just a lot of things that happened. You see me go through the CPS thing where me sharing online, you know, they came and took my kids and things like that. And I was sober when that happened. Bad situationships and things like that. It was a roller coaster. So now I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be the commentary by making mistakes like that. I can just calm things down. And I decided to make changes that I needed to make in life. Thank God I have a great relationship with my kids and my family. But I still have to work through depression and anxiety and maintain it sober. My email. Let me give you my email. So it took some. It took a little bit. Code JSXOX at Gmail. There you go. Send me a message. 800 plus days sober, and I'm still here, healthy in my right mind, and looking forward to another day, y'all. It's just like that. I mean, life is hard. There's ups and downs, and I just tell you to hold on, stay in the moment, and just keep going. Keep going. Don't let people put you down or try to make you feel bad about yourself. I ignore the people that try to shame me and try to make me feel a bad way about myself. And I'm telling you, tomorrow I'm going to make sure that I dive in the Word of God. I plug in, I stay focused, and keep going. That's all I can do. That is all I can do. That's it. All right. Thank y'all. Y'all got any thoughts for me? Thank y'all for hanging out with me. TC, sharing, talking about, you know, things that's important to her. All right, y'all. I've been here for. Good morning, Lisa. Feel free to catch the replay. I'm gonna get out of here so I can lie down and get up at 5:30 in the morning so I can go to school. Thank you, lucky girl. Conversation is all love. What's good, Gemini love? King, but I love you guys. When you guys see me out and you see me arguing or fighting with somebody, I try to limit the spaces that I go. Just know that I have a lot of people blocked, and I think that you have to really pick and choose who you have conversations with, or else you can get lost because people want you to feel bad, and you just have to really ask yourself, is it worth having a conversation with somebody? And don't worry what people say online. Not everybody is worth your argument, your conversation. Okay. Thank you, Lakendra. Keep going, you guys. I'll see y'all later today. Feel free to like, comment, and share, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. Love you too, Ava. Bye-bye, you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hey, Helen. See you later. Bye-bye. I will work on, I don't use intros and outros. I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.